Hi, my name is Scrubblord, and this is my submission video for Minit 110%. So, what is Minit? As described in the Minit trailer, Minit is just an adventure played 1 minute at a time. The first item in the beginning is the Cursed Sword, which will plop a timer in the top left. When that timer hits 0, you die. Simple as that. Which opens up a bunch of writing possibilities because you can't get items that are more than a minute away. So we'll be taking advantage of the death warping capability. Every time you hear the ticking sound, that's just me using a death warp. Happens pretty quickly because I just hit A and B and then just restart to the next life. So yeah, and then the category I'm doing is 110%. 110% is essentially the 100% of this game. It allows us to get, it involves getting 19 coins, 16 items, and 6 hearts in total. The coins we just use to pick up 1 item and 1 heart later on, and I'll try to explain each of the items as we get to them. So we get started. There's a sword, and as you see in the top right, there's the timer. Here's a coin. That's the quickest one we'll be getting. It's right there, so me as well. And yeah, and as you see in the top right, there's another timer. That's just the in-game time. Main method used for the leaderboards, just helpful to see. And as you saw right there, I got the watering can. The watering can is just allows us to get a few more items later on. Don't really need it right now. And here's the first instance of a dark cave. You'll see a few of these. The dark caves aren't normally this scary. There's an item later on called the flashlight. I don't want to get it right now because it's a bit out of the way. But yeah, I need to power through that to get that coin because I'm going to need 7 of them total in order to get the running shoes, which is the fastest form of travel, which is why we're getting them as quickly as possible. And the shop that we're going to be getting them is in this next area called the desert area. We had to kill that bull for that heart. Sorry, bull. Kind of need that though. Yeah, here's the desert area. And in the shed is the second checkpoint. I'm going there quickly to reset the checkpoint, so when I die, I'm going to respawn there. And I'm just going to be mostly just collecting a few coins here to be able to get the running shoes, because they are the fastest method of travel in this game. So there you still have them. If I could open this, please. Thank you. And yeah, now you're going to be seeing the secret temple, which will have a few items which involve puzzles you need to solve. The reason I got the water cans is because there's fire in the way here. I need it. This room's a bit scary because if you get hit, then you can't get past it. It'll get blocked off at the end, but luckily I didn't get hit, so I was able to get to the end and get the coin. Nice. And then need to wait here for a bit because next coin is under this quicksand. It's gonna be another dark area, but this one's pretty easy to get through. Just go down, and then when I get hit, go down left. There's a coin right there. And now that we have 5 coins, we could go by the shop area, because there's 2 more coins in this area. And once I get them both, I'll be able to get the fast shoes, which I call the winning shoes. We'll see what they do. Right here. Cool. So after walking for a bit, you'll see I'll be collecting some dust that just signifies I'm running faster. That's why the running shoes do. And right here is a tentacle. We're going to be hitting 8 of those for an item later on. So yeah, and then now I got to get this next item, which normally you get by just running around the desert and just stumbling across this, but if you just go back and forth between 2 screens 5 times, then yeah, then it'll spawn automatically. And then after that, you saw that I died in the upper temple room. That's for another puzzle, which we're doing later on. And I had to water that guy just so this path right here that's normally blocked off is cleared. There's thanks for saving him, because I don't know, he was just thirsty, needed water. Just sit in the desert. I don't know what he's doing. And that right there is the gardening glove. Allows us to hit these trees to get them. And we'll be killing some crabs here. heading back to the house that we started in. And the reason we're calling this crabs is for the next item, which is called the coffee. The coffee just allows us to push boxes. Oh, I forgot to mention that the ghost right there, the reason we killed him is for the sword thrower. It just allows us to throw the sword. Like, pretty self-explanatory. I don't know why the ghost had it on him. Had it. And there's the coffee. It allows us to push boxes, get the lighthouse key, and this lighthouse key, it opens the lighthouse, which is in the bottom left. You'll see it in a bit. And that's where the flashlight, normally you get the flashlights. And right there's the boatwood. Boatwood, we're going to be giving to this boat guy right here, which is conveniently the same guy that we saved before, so he can fix his boat. We're going to go in the lighthouse, it's just right here, and picking up the flashlight, so we don't have to worry about any more dark sections, because we can see through it now. And then, now we're done with this area. We collected all the items that we can right now, that's just conveniently there. And we go into the next area, which is the island. There's a few more puzzles at the island, but it allows us to get the allows us to get the teleporters. Sorry, which just allows us to jump through to each checkpoint without running to them. So it's pretty convenient, pretty helpful. There's also one item here, which is the basement key, which just allows us to enter the basement of that house, which is where the teleporters are. That's how we escape this island. The boat won't bring us back. So I get the key, go in here. Here's another checkpoint. That's pretty quick. Here's some puzzle solving. I already know the solution, it's just that. Done. And you're pushing the box again, because boxes have the property of filling gaps on water. Normally I can't walk on water. Whoops, wrong way. Ugh. Yeah, normally you can't walk on water, and the boxes are just helpful to get over that gap. Another puzzle, just get to these teleporters, hit this. Now, go to this teleporter, which allows us to get back to the house. It's the only checkpoint we could go to right now, because we have to unlock the other teleporters by just hitting them in each respective area. And now we're going to be getting to the next area, which is the hotel. But before that, we're picking up the press pass. The only purpose of it is to open up one area. So really, not really much to do with that. And yeah, the reason I'm pushing this box here is so I could have just enough room here to throw the sword into this tentacle. And yeah, we're going to be reaching the hotel next. Whoops. And there's another checkpoint. We got the teleporter there, you saw on the right for a bit. And now we gotta collect all the guests. I'll be heading out to each of them, collecting them in some waves. And cause you see right there's the flippers on the top of the hotel there. The flippers are very helpful. They allow us to get a lot more items, which is why we need them right now. And to get that, we need to just help out these guests. This guy forgot his credit card. I already know where it is. We gotta push it to him. Or not his credit card, his wallet. We don't have credit cards in there. It's right there. Now we can buy some burgers. Fun. Picking up this heart, because it's just right there conveniently. And another guest on this side of the screen. There we go. And then, yeah, there's just two more we need to get to, and then we'll be able to get the flippers. First one is by these bombs. Whoops. The bombs kill you if you're too close to them when you hit them, which is why the sword thrower is helpful there. Yeah, hit this bridge, get this guest. He's happy. And the last one's right under these boxes. There we go. Now that I got all the guests, this ladder falls down. Get the flippers. We walk on water now, which is nice. So, next we're going to be going to this area, which is the factory. This is like the final area of the game. This is where we're going to be fighting the final boss. but for now, we'll just be collecting a few of the items. This one, I have to just wait here for the coin to just pop out of this tree. So yeah, just chill here. And then, as you see on my splits, the next item is the Turbo Ink, which is the item we get from hitting all the 8 of the tentacles. Normally, the route that we used to take used to get the ink later, but recently it was actually, fairly recently, it was discovered that whenever you slash the sword with the ink, it immediately gives you run speed for some reason. I don't know why the game does that. What the ink normally does is it just slashes the sword faster than normal. But yeah, right now I'm going to be going over here and unlocking the teleporter in this area by just hitting it, and be heading to the North Temple. So North Temple, as you saw pretty much a lot earlier, I died here. The only reason I die there is to solve a puzzle for a coin later on. I have to die from each 4 of the checkpoints, and then the coin will unlock. Yeah, so right now we're going to be unlocking the Turbo Ink by hitting more tentacles. I think there's just a few more left. And grab some coins while we can, while they're in the general vicinity. Yeah, and the next one you'll see is down here. Now that I can walk on water, this coin is accessible, and this tentacle, which I both need, so I'm going to be hitting both of these. We'll be picking up 2 more coins and 1 more tentacle in this next area, which is under this pot. You just have to hit it a few times to get it. And the coins are both up here. I just need to hit all these bats to get this gate to unlock. And they're both right here. Go. Yeah, as I said before, there's 19 in total, so after this one I just need 5 more. I'll be able to get the last heart in the game. Yeah, but I needed to go down here first because, whoops, there's a tentacle in this room. There's also a shark. So what sharks do is they run at you whenever you're in water, which is why I'm waiting on these boxes, so it just stops running at me. And if they hit you, it's an insta-kill, so pretty dangerous. That's why I hate that room. So yeah, now we're going back to the hut because there's one more thing we missed in this area, which is the, wrong way, whoops. Which is the tentacle, but I needed the flippers to get here in the first place. So now that I have that, we go up here, go all the way back to the temple, and that I already hit all 8 tentacles. No, wait. There's one more right here. Sorry, almost forgot this one. This is the 8th and final tentacle. Once I hit it, the ink is going to be right there, and this is when things speed up. So whenever I slash with the sword, I get run speed, which is very nice. Do that to get that, and then let me think. Hotel next, yes. So we're going back to the hotel now, because the next coin that we want requires beating up these bandits. Now that we have a faster sword, it's a lot easier. This normally would be a lot slower with the slower sword speed. I was just to run all over the place. It's pretty nutty. I remember the first time that I saw someone use this route, I just thought this was really silly. Just going around hitting these bandits so quickly. It's pretty fun. There's a coin. And we're going to be collecting this bone up here because if you remember from the beginning of the game, there's a dog in our house. And this dog likes bones. We're going to give it to him. Maybe something will happen. We'll see. There's a heart. That's nice. Cute. Okay. Let's go back to the hotel. And now we're basically done with this hotel area. We're going to go back to the factory. Oh my god. I just completely forgot which way I was going. That's the wrong way. I wanted to go over the bridge in this way. There we go. My bad. So yeah, here's the factory again. This is just the other side of the factory. So yeah, we're solving this box puzzle, which just involves pushing these 3 boxes into the grinder. This will stop the conveyor belt, and we need to do this because doing these set of events activates the final boss, and that's the final boss standing right there. Yeah, we just gotta stop these conveyors to be able to access the final boss. While we're at it, pick up this coin that's convenient here. And okay, now that we've done that, we'll go back all the way to the factory, get the grinder item, which is the next item to pick up. And what the grinder does, it'll be used exactly once. It just destroys the box when you hit it. Which, like, it may seem like it opens up a bunch of possibilities, but it's just one. We just use it once, and we'll use it right away, and you'll see when. And then you'll completely forget about it after you use it. So yeah, it's just pushing this box right here that's kind of in a weird area to this grinder. Pops it open, get the grinder. And here's a box. Okay, done with the grinder. Never need it again. Now that we're in this area, this area we're going to be in once because there's only one item that we need to pick up, other than that coin that you just saw, but that one's pretty quick. This is just a temporary checkpoint because the one item that we see, this one's kind of a secret item because it's kind of in a weird spot, but it's the trophy item, which is also why this category is called 110%, because the description of the item is you gave it 110% or something like that. So it's kind of just kind of a joke. So yeah, I'm just gonna look for the one that's not shiny. That one's not shiny. That's the trophy. That's the right one. The other ones explode when you hit it. So now that we have that, we're back in the house. This just automatically sets you there because the checkpoint that we got before, that was only temporary, as I said. And right now we're gonna grow this plant. Oops. For a heart. And get the final item in this area. Which is a coin. And now we're done with the house. We're going back here. The house is the final checkpoint. We did not do the death in for North Temple. We're doing that. And then go all the way back. Finally get that coin that we need. All the way over here. And while we're here, we're going to be getting the last coin, which you're actually required to have running shoes to get this coin because it's kind of a long sort of path. At the end of it's a heart, which is second to last item we'll be picking up, and then after that we'll be heading to the final boss, and then that's the entire game. Yeah. This one's kind of precise though, because if I lose running speed, I'll kind of be in a bad spot because I'm only going to have 4 seconds on the timer for this one. So it's kind of scary if you mess this one up. Yeah, this one's pretty close. I think it's going to be a 3. Oh no, it's still 4. Alright, we're good. And yeah, done with that. Go heading back here. Now that we have all 19 coins, we can get this heart. And head to the final boss, which is over here. First order of business is stopping this conveyor. We just plunge our sword into it. Now, we lose the sword, but the timer's still going. I don't know why that happens, but hey, whatever. I'm not questioning it. And then now we spray this with water, get the Mega Sword, and use this to beat up the final boss. So the final boss has in total 3 phases. First phase just involves getting these swords. Yeah, pretty simple. Kind of messed up a little there. But it's fine because the boss also works in cycles. So if I mess up during one of the cycles, then it's fine. I could just the next cycle will start up at that time. I'm taking some damage here because the timer's still going, as you see, and I cannot beat that phase with the time still going because I'll just run out. So I just do that to reset the timer. Take a quick death. And we're almost done. This is the final phase. We just gotta wait until he spins and then hit one of his swords. A lot of swords on the screen right now. This guy just likes swords. That's why we're beating him up, because ours is cursed. I don't like that. Oh. Do that, and we're done. This is when time would normally be. And yeah, that's the game. Yep. That death was directed by Michael Bay. And yeah, there's 110% completion. So yeah, that's about it. So that about wraps it up. Thanks for watching.